hell, even some baseball fans. A lot of people are checking out a league they never in a million years would have watched a couple of years ago. Some of the attention to the black players who aren't half as good, though. Wow. Wow. It's literally the Caitlin Clark show with a side of blonde twins. This is absurd.
70%. That's how much lower ticket sales would be without Caitlin Clark, according to some experts. But is relying so heavily on one star hurting the WNBA in the long run? Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now back to the video. Imagine this. One player is changing the entire conversation around the WNBA.
Aaliyah, Caitlin, DeWanna Bonner, it's an awesome cover. It really is. I'm not going to even kid you. They're going to be mad. They're going to be mad. The slower ones, as many like to refer to them as, they're going to be angry.
Caitlin Clark isn't just a star, she's the star. Her Sports Illustrated cover? It's everywhere. People who've never even watched a WNBA game know her name. She's being hailed as the future of basketball, and for good reason. Take ticket sales, for example. Some analysts credit her with boosting them by a staggering 70%. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. But here's the problem. When all eyes are on one player, what happens to everyone else? Caitlin's meteoric rise is impossible to ignore. From jaw-dropping performances in college to instantly becoming a standout in the WNBA, she's been embraced by fans and the media like no one else. The Indiana Fever, her team, went from being overlooked to suddenly stealing headlines. It's like they've gone from playing in the shadows to being in the brightest spotlight. But the attention isn't all positive. Some fans, and even players, are starting to feel like the league is becoming all about Caitlin. One fan online called it the Caitlin Clark show. And that phrase, it stuck. The problem goes deeper than just a few critics.
Oh, man. Yep, getting this issue. Oh, that's what that was on Kelsey's Instagram. I guess she put something on there. They've done what I think has been a better job of propping up their biggest star and showcasing their biggest star. Man, there's going to be a lot of hate on this.
Some players are reportedly frustrated, feeling like their contributions are being ignored in favor of hyping up Clark. Think about this. The Fever are one of the WNBA's quietest franchises. They haven't had much buzz in years. But now, suddenly, they're the team everyone's talking about. And they're leaning into it hard. They've started building their entire roster around Clark, attracting veterans to complement her skills and pulling in marquee matchups to drive attention. It's a smart move if you're trying to grow the league. But is it fair to the other teams or the other players? It's not the first time a sports league relies on a single star to grow. The NBA did it with Michael Jordan, and it worked, but it's risky. What happens if Caitlin gets injured or doesn't perform? And beyond that, there's the bigger question. Does this strategy alienate other players? If the WNBA creates an imbalance where one player dominates the narrative, they risk creating jealousy and division in a league that's supposed to thrive on competition and unity. This tension raises a critical question. Can the WNBA balance Caitlin's rise with equitable growth for all its teams and players? Or will they end up divided, caught in the shadow of their biggest star?
No Sophie Cunningham on here. I'm kind of disappointed by that, but it's all good. Strategic investments made by the Fever indicate a thorough approach to achieving competitiveness this year.
Here's the wild thing about the Indiana Fever. They've gone from being one of the quietest teams in the league to suddenly feeling like they're at the center of the WNBA universe. And it's all because of one player, Caitlin Clark. Now, a lot of teams might hesitate to put so much weight on a rookie, but the Fever, they're not holding back. They're doubling down on Clark's star power, and honestly, it could be the blueprint the WNBA needs to build its future. Let's break down exactly how they're doing it. The Fever didn't just bring Clark in and call it a day. They're building an entire foundation around her, and it's bringing results. They've invested in experienced players to form a roster that can support her skills while giving her space to shine. But it goes deeper than what's happening on the court. Off the court, they're leaning into her fame to draw more fans. The team has revamped its marketing, put her front and center on billboards, and even shifted their social media tone to play off her growing influence. It's working, too. Reports are saying ticket sales have jumped since she joined.
They've done what I think has been a better job of propping up their biggest star and showcasing their biggest star. Man, there's going to be a lot of hate on this. Hell, even some baseball fans. A lot of people were checking out a league they never in a million years would have watched a couple of years ago.
Fans are coming out not just for basketball, but for Caitlin. But here's where it gets tricky. What happens when the league bets so big on one player? Take this worst-case scenario. What if she gets injured or something else takes the spotlight off her? Teams that rely too heavily on a single star run the risk of everything collapsing when that player isn't there. This is where the WNBA needs to think ahead. The Fever's strategy is smart for now, but can it be scaled? What about other teams who don't have a player like Clark to fall back on? Some markets don't have the resources or the media pull to recreate what the Fever are doing. And if the league tilts too much in Clark's favor, it might make other franchises feel second tier. Look at a comparison from NBA history, Michael Jordan. The Chicago Bulls built around him in a way that elevated the entire NBA. Jordan wasn't just playing for Chicago. His stardom created new fans for basketball itself.
The gang is on the WNBA preview issue of Sports Illustrated. It's good business. It's a good-looking cover. It is. It is. I might buy this cover, put it in a frame or something like that. That'd be pretty cool, I reckon.
That's the challenge for the WNBA, using Clark's fame to make fans care about everything the league represents, not just her individual story. Because right now, the numbers are impressive. Attendance is up. Viewership is higher. But the WNBA can't afford for this to just be the Caitlin Clark era. So here's the real question. Can the league take what the Fever is doing and spread it across all teams? Or will the league stay caught in the shadow of one star, hoping she carries them indefinitely? Caitlin Clark is more than just a rising star. She's forcing the WNBA to rethink everything. Her impact isn't just about ticket sales or cover features. It's a reminder that the league has to evolve. Right now, the focus feels too narrow. The WNBA has an opportunity to use Clark's popularity as a launchpad, not a crutch. But can they balance her star power with fairness? Think about it. Is the league building something lasting or just riding a moment? Let me know what you think in the comments. The WNBA's future depends on it being more than just one player's story.